I I sat there in the theater every goddamn minute, and I'm just aghast. I am just disliking British people more and more every second. Take two on a weekly movie roundup. I'm losing my mind. There's mosquitoes everywhere. Animals keep coming in every second, and I'm getting overwhelmed with so much going on. Anyways, welcome back to our weekly movie pink eye show thing where we talk about movies, some of the ones that I watched and my thoughts on them. Usually I don't criticize. I'm not a critic. I don't like shitting on people's movies, especially even if I don't like them personally. I just don't talk about them, and for this I like to enjoy movies. I like to praise them. I like to talk about the things that I liked about them and how interesting and unique and captivating they are. Every week there is something beautiful to watch, and I want to spread some of that love. So an interesting selection. Last we got Concierge, a beautiful little anime movie that's an hour long, and tickets cost me almost $20 a person, but that's okay. We got the critic, Ian McKellen. Beautiful, beautiful man. Incredible performer.
You will gain my unyielding favor, all that's required to make you a star.
He captures such a unique character. Not necessarily unique. Let me take that back. He's not unique, but he's very, very interesting in his dichotomy of being a minority, a queer person who is being targeted by the society in which he lives in. Queerness was illegal during those times, and Nazis were running afoot. So, dealing with that and also trying to maintain the power of, or the position of power and influence that his character had, was an interesting dichotomy to witness. And we got HOARD. We got HOARD, which just made me not like British people.
Funny little biscuit.
It, it, joking aside, it is a very powerful film on trauma, how trauma develops us, how it causes us to cope and try to use our how we use coping mechanisms to deal with our trauma, and we see it through the main character's lenses as a child who had a mother who hoarded, who had so much like garbage and so many things that they couldn't, they didn't, that the mother didn't want to get rid of, and how that affects a young child, the after effects of that, how our protagonist just deals with that trauma of trying to understand their feelings as someone who barely graduates and then is subsequently groomed by a very weird fucking sibling esque relationship. But those are the three movies. I want to start off with Concierge because that movie made me happy, and as I progress on the films that we talk about, I'm just gonna get more depressed. But Concierge was a beautiful little hour anime film. I don't know where you can watch it, but it tackles uh, extinction, how humanity has caused so many animals to go extinct, and we follow this concierge character who wants to do right by the animals. Who the position? So it's such an interesting world because in this world, animals, exotic animals specifically, enter this very luxury rich like mall, and the purpose of every single human there is to serve the animals and give them the best absolutely wonderful experience they can have to make up for causing the extinction. So it's very interesting, especially when you get into the film, because these are animals that are extinct, but they're here and they talk about these animals being extinct. So it makes you think, is this a afterlife situation or what's going on here? But I find the movie endearing. I think all of the animals were really wonderfully captured, and every single one of them had such a, it was beautiful to watch. It was almost like Zootopia, but with even more charm, even more, you know some of that quirkiness. And I love the message and the themes behind that movie, that I just, it does. Be so for real. This dog has been scratching himself for like 2 minutes now. Okay, now he's gone. He's watching away. But yeah, Concierge is such a beautiful movie. It was such a wonderful experience, even if tickets were like $20. Um,
Oh,
There really isn't much to say other than the themes that the movie kind of hammers home pretty effectively. They talk about the extinction of animals, how humanity's overconsumption and just greed and desire has led to such devastating climate and animal change. It's an unfortunate reality that we have to be able to realize that we have caused the death and extinction of so many species, and we continue to put the world and its animals in danger, not just ourselves, but hopefully we can course correct as best as we can so that there is a planet left after we're gone. So the movie hammers home those themes pretty well, and it reminds you of that pretty often, and just the sense of community that we have to build in order to pursue these goals of not fucking destroying our planet anymore. We are servants of these animals. We are here not to consume as much as we can everything that we can get our hands on, but we are here to protect. We are here to just serve. And I just love Concierge so much. It's a beautiful fucking film. I really recommend it. But moving on to Horde. Horde pissed me the fuck off. Horde genuinely pissed me the fuck off. I I sat there in the theater every goddamn minute, and I'm just aghast. I am just disliking British people more and more every second. Uh, I talked a little bit already on what Horde is about, but for my thoughts on it, I felt incredibly pissed off almost the entire runtime because there were so many choices that these characters made that just made me want to shoot myself. I think the film was very effective in its approach and its execution. I think the performers were amazing. Joseph Quinn is in it. He's just disgusting in it. He captures such a like this middle-aged groomer who wants to run away from his responsibility of his pregnant wife and just be with a younger woman. He's so grimy and so icky, and it's just made me so deeply uncomfortable, and it's just that for almost 2 hours. I Dude, there were so many moments where I was very much tempted to just leave. I just didn't want to go. I didn't want to put myself to that. It felt like it was just trauma after trauma after trauma, and there was very little healing, which might be the point of this tale. We are going to go through shit after shit after shit after shit, but eventually there will be a moment of peace, of growth, of healing after so much. At least that's my hope. I don't fully understand what the film was going for, uh, because at the end there's just so much built up. It was exhausting. I just wanted to be glad it was over because it just doesn't let you go. It does not let you go. It makes you go through shit. It makes you experience such uncomfortable things. It there's in the fucking 5, 10 minute, 15 minute mark, we are flashed. We're fucking flashed, and it's just like passes on like nothing happened. And we're like, what the fuck? And after that, it's just trauma, and then trauma every like 5, 10 minutes, and it's just intense. Fucking film is so fucking tough. Holy shit! I don't know what more I can add to it. Performers were great. They were fantastic. They were amazing. I think Joseph Quinn and some of the leads of the film just did such a wonderful job portraying these characters. I do joke when I say it made me like British people less, but my God, these types of British people are some. There's something wrong in that island. There's something wrong on that island that just like fucks everyone's brains. Moving on to the next British film, The Critic. I love Ian McKellen. He, I have loved him ever since. Let me rephrase that because that sounds. It was about to sound weird. because I remember seeing him in Lord of the Rings when I was like less than 10 years old, and I was like, oh, I love him. He's Gandalf. I love him so much. My little Mexican inner child. Just seeing him and everything he does makes me happy. But in this one, he just plays a piece of shit. He's very like charming, very entertaining in this, but his actions are just like, holy my goodness, my guy, what are you doing? Uh but Ian, he captures such an interesting dichotomy that I already kind of discussed earlier, but this film kind of it's that it's that pursuit of immortality, that want, that desire to live on forever, that sometimes artists pursue very hard, and when you fail you turn into becoming the critic, right? That's a bit of what this film is about. But there is certain themes of persecution, because some of the main characters, every single main character here is seen by another in a negative light. You know, there's a black kid in a very racist country. He's also, I believe, queer, along with Ian McKellen's character. So they're both perceived as criminals, as disgusting by a. I do believe it's set in Britain. Everyone speaks in English, so I'm just assuming, but of course that might not be the case because they are Nazis that are in this film and portrayed, and there is that oppression there. So they're just seen as disgusting by society at large, and that's part of the discussion of what leads our character into making a lot of terrible, manipulative, horrible decisions. And then there's some of the other characters that are vying for approval, for being seen. And I guess it's that obsession with being seen, whether it's through our work, through our art, or through our criticisms. You know, any attention is good attention, right? Any press is good press, because it's attention, and attention is the currency here. And we see these decisions that our protagonist makes, and it just leads to people fucking killing themselves, and it's just things just kind of things just go fucking downhill. It was mesmerizing to watch just Ian McKellen's character, the critic, just make decision after decision and just ruin people's lives until we see him do the ultimate disgusting act of taking a life. And it is such a fucking film. It's another film that I kind of struggle with really figuring out, well, what is it about? What does it mean? Because I its execution, it's completely wonderful, but it's so difficult to pinpoint what was the point. We I'm trying to formulate a conclusion here, but I do believe the point is like that obsession, the obsession with being an artist, with doing these things that lead you towards making certain decisions, manipulative decisions, to get attention, to get praise, to get fame, get glory. It's that glory, that chase for glory, that just kills you in the end. And it does tackle some of that for sure. And ultimately, it's a very depressing film. There is no good ending here. That that pursuit, that obsession just ruins everyone's lives. And that might be the point. Um Anyways, this was a kind of different vibe. I don't know. I feel a little bit tired. Uh, I loved Concierge. I love these films. Some of them just kind of pissed me off. Some of them made me feel really exhausted. So even thinking about them, I was just thinking, "Oh boy, what a ride, what a ride!" And sometimes these movies, they don't reinvigorate you in a certain sense. it does make me just kind of want to go at it, kind of like, all right, I dig what they're going for, and I want to like continue the tradition. But like, it's such a difficult thing. I love movies, man. I love movies, but sometimes the what they make you feel is just terrible. And I think some of these films, except Concierge, really did make me feel like, oh man, fuck, ugh, ooh. And film is supposed to do that sometimes. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. It's not always cathartic. Unfortunately, not every film is gonna serve that fulfilling sense. Sometimes films' purpose are just to make you feel bad, and that's part of the art. That's part of the beauty of it. Sometimes it shouldn't make you feel good about yourself, and that's okay. That's good. It's you should self-reflect. This is art. You should be able to recognize some parts of yourself in it, and hopefully improve upon yourself and improve your life and those around you. And that is it. Uh, that's a good place to put it off. We got a pretty deep into it. I got 5 minutes left on the timer, but thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. My little chats. I don't know what to call you. Thank you for watching. Truly, I'm trying to make these shorter so I don't have to spend like hours editing before releasing the day after, and so it doesn't go up to 30 minutes. I'm trying to keep it down to like 20. Uh, Cut out a bunch of the fat. Um, if you haven't, I recently made a community post about our latest series where I talked to filmmakers. I think I talked about it in the last one, but we got a little interview series going on. Last episode of Spotlight should be up before this video. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Diva Bleach is amazing. I love their music so much. They're all so amazing. I love them so much. They're awesome, and I'm really happy with the video. We are going to be doing some things with Spotlight. I'm gonna take a break from it though because towards the end of it, I kind of got exhausted. I kept like, uh, I just need some reinvigorating. I need to rethink some things, figure out some other details. But I hope you guys enjoy the last episode of this season for Spotlight. We're gonna be doing some different things in season two, uh, but we are hopefully releasing more videos soon. Other than this, uh, I'm gonna be so real. I'm tired. I'm a little drunk. I shouldn't say that, but fingers crossed we get accepted into some festival screenings for one of my films. I'm really excited for that. I'm running out the clock. Look at my little band necklace. I don't know. I don't know. Last episode, I think I really threw out all of my energy. I'm figuring out some stuff, and I don't know. Lately, I've been just like not sleeping, and I've been tired. So, yeah, this is my little personal section of the Pink Eye Weekly Show where I just kind of anyone who's interested, who cares about me, you can watch to the end and support us and like and stuff, and listen to me ramble on a bit. And I hope and I appreciate you for going all the way. I know who you are, but uh, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I gotta go. My little golem here. It's hot. I'm tired, but thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.